AITAH for telling my wife who's pregnant that I've learnt to never take her reactions personally and did so at the time I was having a migraine. 33M here, married to 30F who's 5 months pregnant. I get migraines every once in a while. This has been the case ever since childhood. Usually the cure is my prescription plus 1 hour in a completely dark room without any noises, talking. I'm not my best self when someone is trying to have a conversation with me during my migraines, and I used to get pretty snappy, but now I set aside others to give myself some space until I get better. Usually my wife would text me in the evening when I'm coming home in case she wants me to get some groceries. Yesterday she texted she was craving some chicken nuggets and I saw her message. I meant to reply but I forgot to acknowledge it in that moment. Soon after, before I had to leave for home, I get a debilitating migraine again. All I wanted was to go home badly and not talk to anyone. When I got home, my wife looked at me expectantly but I told her I didn't get anything and to please not talk to me as my head is hurting. I thought she will back off but she expected me to talk to her and calm her down as she wanted them badly. I said I will get her nuggets tomorrow and told her to cook something else tonight. She pressed me, "Why didn't you reply to my texts? Why didn't you do this one thing for me?" And I just ignored her as her chiding was making my head hurt more. I remember she said something about me not caring about her anymore and I didn't give her any reaction, thinking I could get her to stop talking to me if I just shut down. I told her this isn't up for debate and told her to order some from GoPuff if it's available there and went to the guest bedroom and shut the door. After some time, my head calmed down and I went to the kitchen to fix myself a meal. This was around 11 p.m. and figured she'd be asleep. She was sitting on the chair, still seething. She demanded why didn't I react or engage with her at all. I know that she has a tendency to overreact these days and I simply tried not to escalate by putting an end to the conversation. I told her that I sensed she was upset but I was hurting too and I didn't want to fight then. I also said that I understand things have been tough emotionally for her as well, but I've learned not to take her personally because it was getting frequent and I didn't want to mess with my head trying to decode the situation when otherwise they'd be a non-issue. For instance, take this situation. Earlier, she'd understand my need for space but instead she lashed out and thought her chicken nuggets were more important. Of course I didn't say this part but me telling her I've learned not to take her words personally seemed to make her angrier. I again didn't want to make things worse and told her we can have a conversation once she has calmed down as I don't want to fight again. She said sure, it's better if I never talk to you ever again. I'm confused now. AITA?